Hello, my followers. I want to once again tell the public in general that the $19 million worth of drugs that were seized by the security apparatus at the Rabat International Airport, where did they come from? Who packaged them? Where were they going? And why are they taking so long to do the investigation of those that are connected? When will the investigation be over? $19 million worth of drugs were seized. I'm angry because I'm putting myself in the shoes of those mothers and the father that are grieving. In their case, their life being destroyed because of cartels. And that's why I'm speaking for those who cannot speak for themselves. And therefore, President Joseph Nyima Boakai, Your Excellency, I'm calling upon you to actually make sure you set up an investigatory team to go to the bottom of the case, where they came from, who packaged them, and why there are, proliferation of ghetto in Liberia. Our children are falling victim. Their lives have been destroyed on a daily basis. So you need to set up an investigatory committee. And I know right here, right now, the justice minister is on it, but they need to do more. Our children, their life and their future being destroyed. Mr. Justice Minister, I know you call the names, and that's good. I'm cool with it. But those names you are calling, they are all little potato. But we need bigger names because those drugs, they are big money. And I know that their campaign and their cartel that are connected to these drugs. And I'm asking you to dig a little deeper to make sure all those that are involved with these drugs that have been seized at the airport be arrested and, if possible, placed behind bars. And those that are responsible for it will be afraid. Our children are falling victim every day. Yeah, this guy right there, the last time he was invited by the legislators for questioning. And I saw Koke asking him critical questions. Look, I'm not defending this guy, but this guy, before he was appointed as the chief of police during Georgia administration, it was like a virtual curfew. After 9 o'clock, Zokos are taking over the streets. They would take your cell phone. There was no electricity. Police were not patrolling. There were armed robbery going on. Drugs were all over the country. It was like a no man's land. And this guy, since he took over, security have been restored in the country. And you, Koke, you think this guy knows about the drugs? I'm not defending him, but this guy is doing a good job. He's doing a fine job. So leave him alone, Koke. I'm speaking for this guy because this guy is a fine young man that's doing a good job. Politics. If you want to join CDC, go ahead. But don't impede the guy's character. I love him, and I like the way he's doing the work. Thank you. I don't care what nobody say about this guy, the officer in charge. I can tell you, look, let me tell you something. Drugs is a war on our hand that need to be fought. The great America, they try to fight, but they can't win the war. But they know, when you are the head of LDEA or security apparatus for drugs, you got to be a man with integrity. Because if you are somebody with money can follow the album, this guy by this time, he's being fired or suspended, but he's doing a very good job. I don't care what nobody says. The last time Sedition wrote that this guy, his family have been like threatening, trying to kill him, and that. So he's trying to step down. That was all politics. But I think this guy is doing a good job. Drugs war is a war that never ends. But it can be mitigated if not eradicated. But this guy is doing a good job. So, Mr. President, retain this guy, maintain him, let him do a job. And all those that are responsible, all hands on deck, they should be arrested, investigated, and placed behind bars. If guilty. Thank you. Prince Johnson, you are the NSA current director general, NSA director. You got professional investigators. You need to work along with the justice minister to make sure to go to the bottom of these drugs that were seized at the airport, where they came from, who packaged them, where are they going, and when will the investigation be over? How did they get to the airport? Those are the questions that need to be asked. And you need to help with the investigation. All the security apparatus. Thank you. The young brilliant woman is the defense minister. And I know they got the army intelligence. I'm calling upon you too, Brigadier General George, to help with the investigation. Our children are falling victim on a daily basis. Their lives have been destroyed. So the investigation that is going on is in your hands to make sure to bring those that perpetrated the act, or those that are responsible for the importation of the drugs that were seized at the airport. Thank you. I stand to be corrected. This is the current immigration commissioner. I'm naming name and personality because we need to go to the bottom of this that is going on in Liberia. Ghetto all over. The airport, the seaport, the free port, everywhere. The border point, we need to make sure that these people that I'm putting behind the personality I'm naming, they should go to the bottom and make sure that they do a good work. Anybody that is involved in these drugs or those drugs that were seized at the airport, they should be arrested, investigated, and placed behind bars. And that way, it will send a signal to those that are trying to destroy the life of our children. Thank you. All right, Mr. President. There are personalities that are named, and I'm calling upon you to actually make sure to prevail on the security apparatus. Like women say apparatus, but apparatus. The police, the NSA, the Army, the immigration, the LDEA, and you name it. They should all come together to dig a little deeper to make sure that the investigation is ongoing by the justice minister. Those who are responsible for those drugs that were packaged and seized at the airport, those that are involved should be brought to justice and, if found guilty, placed behind bars. Thank you. I'm Jim Bradley Jr. Have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you.